Hi everyone, welcome to Bella Crochet and Knits. Today I'll be showing you how to make this cute baby blanket, and this is a quick and easy project to make. I'll be showing you step by step how to make these squares and how to join these together. You'll also find a written pattern for this blanket on my blog. I'll leave a link in the description box below. For this blanket you will need to make 16 squares, and I have blocked out all these squares. The yarn that I'm using is the MU Classic Double Knitting Yarn, and I purchased this from a place called the Knitting Network. I'll leave a link in the description box below. So the three colours that I am using is peachy, soft mint and white. You'll also need a 4mm crochet hook, a darning needle and some scissors. I will be showing you this pattern in UK terms. Going in with a peachy colour, I'm going to do a slip knot, leaving a good size tail end. And now I'm going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And I'm going to do a slip stitch in the first chain to make the centre circle. Now we are on round 1. We are going to be working in the centre circle. Do a chain of 2, and this counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. We are going to work 15 double crochets in the centre circle. Insert your hook into the centre circle, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through them 2 loops. Carry on working the double crochet into your centre circle until you have 15, and the chain 2 that we did, that chain 1 counts as a double crochet, and you should have 16 double crochets altogether. I have now done 15 double crochet, and we are going to do a slip stitch on top of the chain 1, and you should have 16 double crochets in total for round 1. And now we are going to cut this yarn. Pull your tail end to tighten up the centre circle. We are now going to be working this flower petals, and we are on round 2. Do a chain of 3, and then going into that same space, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, going into that same space, yarn over and pull through, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, going into that same space, yarn over and pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and go into that same space, yarn over and pull through, 6 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, and now you have got 5 loops on your hook, and we are going to pull through all 5 loops, and that is the first petal made for the flower. Now do a chain of 2 and miss one space, and then go into the next space, yarn over, miss one space and go through that loop, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over into the same space, yarn over and pull through, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go into that same space, yarn over and pull through, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook, and then yarn over, go into that same space, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, go into that same space and pull through 2, and then you have 6 loops on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through all 6 loops, and then do a chain of 2, and this is how your petals should be looking. On working your 5 treble crochets together, miss 2 stitch and then 5 treble crochet together till you have 8 petals in total, and then I will show you how to join. So pause the video once I finish doing this petal, and then I will see you back. I have now completed that round, and I have 8 petals in total, and I will show you how to join this, and then that is by going on top of the treble crochet, and this will curl your work ready for the next round. And now we are going to cut the yarn, and we need to sew in these ends. Sewing in the ends as you go along your work is a good practice. Don't worry if you feel that the flower is really curled up, this will straighten out once we've done the rest of the rounds. Now we are on round 3 and I'm using the soft mint colour. I'm going to do a slip knot and attach the yarn onto my hook. And I'm working on the wrong side of my work, so I've turned the work around. Attach the yarn in any chain 2 space and making sure that you're working on the wrong side of your work. I'm going to do a slip stitch to attach that yarn onto my work. And then do a chain of 3, and this counts as your first treble crochet together. Now we're going to be working 2 treble crochets together, and then we are going to do yarn over and go into that chain 2 space, yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, go into that same space yarn over and pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, and then you have 3 loops on your hook, and this is the first leaf for your corner. So we are going to be working the leaves and the double crochet. So we're going to have 2 leaves which are our corner, then the chain 2 and the double crochet, and then the corner. Now we are going to do a chain of 2 and then do a double crochet into the next space. Chain 2 to get to your corner space, and then yarn over and go into that space and pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through, and you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through, you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go into the space, yarn over and pull through 2, you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through the 4 loops. That is one side of your corner. Do a chain of 3 and then 3 treble crochet together again. Our last space here, which we need to do a double crochet in, and then do a chain of 2, and then you're going to finish off that corner. So we need to do 3 treble crochets together here and a chain of 3. So I'm working half of the leaf. And then do a chain of 3 and join on top of that chain 3 space to join that round. And now you can cut your yarn, and we are going to sew in the ends. The work will look quite curled up at the moment. Once we do our next round, all the stitches will be stretched and it won't look as bad, and when we block it out it will look even better. Going in with this white yarn, we are on round 4. I've attached the yarn onto my hook with a slip knot, and I'm going to go in the chain 3 space, which is the corner space, and I'm going to do a slip stitch to attach that yarn onto my work, and then we are going to do a chain of 3, and this counts as your first treble crochet. And now do 1 treble crochet into that space, and another treble crochet, and now do a chain of 3 and into that same space we are going to do 3 treble crochet. 1, 2 and 3, and then do a chain 1 and move into that chain 2 space, and we are going to do 3 treble crochet into this space. 1, 2 and 3, and then do a chain 1, and we are going to do 3 treble crochets into that next chain 2 space. 1, 2 and 3, and then do a chain 1 to get to your corner, and for the corner we are going to do 3 treble crochets, chain 3 and 3 treble crochets. I'm going to do chain 3 and do 3 treble crochets into the same space. Chain 1 and go into this next space and do 3 treble crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and do a chain 1 and go into the next space and do 3 treble crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and do a chain 1, and now we have arrived at our corner again. So 3 treble crochets, chain 3 and 3 treble crochets. Chain 1 and go into the next space and do 3 treble crochets. So that's the chain 2 space from the previous round. And do a chain 1 and go into the last space there that you've got, the chain 2 space, doing 3 treble crochets. And now we have arrived at our corner, 3 treble crochets, chain 3 and 3 treble crochets. Chain 1 and go into the chain 2 space to do 3 treble crochets. Chain 1 and go into the next space and do 3 treble crochets. You now need to join on top of that chain 3 space. Insert your hook on top of that chain 3 and do a slip stitch to join that round. And then you can sew in all your ends and then cut the yarn. Once you have made all your squares, we need to block these. Blocking is really important for this project for it to look neat. So I've used a blocking block and I'll show you how I do this. To block your squares you will need a blocking board, or you can also use a damp cloth and lay that on top of your squares, but I like to use a blocking board. I will leave a link in the description box below of where I purchased my blocking board from, and I think this cost me about £25. So I'm going to be using some of this Comfort Baby Pure fabric softener. I'm going to put a couple of drops of that into the water and then just give the water a bit of a mix and insert your square into the water and make sure that it's thoroughly wet, and then squeeze out the excess water I'm inserting the pins into the blocking board and then just measuring the dots, making sure that they are all equal. And just straightening the square out with your hand. And you can stack all your crochet squares all together. Let these dry and then you're ready to join. We are going to join our squares horizontally and vertically, so having them laid out on a flat surface is ideal for when you're joining. Attach the yarn by doing a slip knot onto your hook and then holding 2 squares together. We are going to go into both of the squares into the chain 3 space, which is the corner, and we are going to do a slip stitch and then do a chain 1, and this counts as a double crochet, and then a double crochet into the same space, and then working into the tops of each stitch, doing a double crochet, joining the 2 squares together. Carry on working the double crochet all the way till you get to the corner space. For the corner, I'm going to go in and do 1 double crochet and then another double crochet. Now we are going to join 2 more squares. So it's inserting your hook into both of the squares and doing a double crochet. And going into that same space and doing another double crochet. And then go into the tops of each stitch. to do 2 double crochet in the chain 3 space. And if you want to carry on joining your squares, and if you get stuck at any point, you can go back to part of the video where I'm joining the squares. Pause the video here and carry on joining these squares vertically, and I will see you back shortly. I have now joined all these squares vertically. Now I'm going to show you how to join up the squares horizontally, and it's pretty much the same way. I've attached the yarn onto my hook with a slip knot and going into both of the squares, so grabbing both of the squares and going into the corner, and I'm going to do 2 double crochet into the corner space. And then do a double crochet into each of the top of the stitches until I come to the corner. For the corner space, you are going to go in with your hook and then to go into that ribbed part of your work, just do a double crochet. So put your hook under the rib and do a double crochet, and then go into the next space and do a double crochet, and then carry on working your double crochet into each of the stitch. You want to carry on and finish off joining your squares. If you get stuck at any point, rewind the video to the point where I am joining that square in the beginning, and I will see you after I've joined all my squares, and I'll show you how to do the border. I have now joined up all the squares, and now we need to sew in the ends. Then we will get on with the border. The border will be in the next tutorial. I'll leave a link in the description box below of part 2 of this blanket, so I will see you there. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and I will see you soon. Bye.